Greens expel Surrey members who allegedly backed the tactical voting against Jeremy Hunt. I'm going to read into this more from The Guardian, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from The Guardian with the headline that the Greens expel Surrey members who allegedly backed tactical voting against Jeremy Hunt. Draconian bannings, including of 2 local councillors, followed original candidates' withdrawal on behest of a local party. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share this across social media so others are notified of this video. So I've had a read into this, and I have to say that, understandably so, obviously, there was a lot of tactical voting, as we guys know. But obviously, should there have been some of it within the parties itself? You can see here, this is a picture of the Green Party councillor Claire Waveman, seen here with the Lib Dem's poll follows in 2023. It's one of those expelled here. So there was obviously a determination to obviously oust Jeremy Hunt here in this area. Now, obviously, a lot of Labour voters lent their voters to Lib Dems. A lot of Lib Dems lent their votes to Labour, whatever, to ensure that we tactically kicked out the Conservatives as many seats as we possibly can. That's one of the overriding premises of what in terms of voter perspective. We know that there was collaboration between parties behind the scenes. But what was happening here, so my understanding, is that not everyone within the Green Party was on board with certain tactical things, and that some of them should have been backed their candidates or stuck originally with their premise and whatnot, as opposed to not backing Jeremy Hunt. Now, I don't know the full scale, but clearly there were some things here that not everyone agreed on, and obviously left a sour taste in the mouth of some green councillors, that's for sure. So let's read a bit more into this, guys, to get our heads around this, because a part of me feels like, well, you weren't going to win the seat anyway, so what does it matter? But a part of me was like, well, what if you were going to back the Lib Dem candidate anyway? Why did you even put forward a candidate in the first place? You know, lots of these kind of questions that I have in my head right now about it. So let's read a bit more into this, guys, because yeah, I still at the moment have more questions than answers. So the Green Party has been accused of acting in a draconian and authoritarian way after a number of members were expelled for allegedly trying to support a tactical voting to defeat Jeremy Hunt at the general election. Okay. So at least 3 members, 2 of them councillors, have been banned from the party until 2029. One of those expelled said it seemed to go directly against the Greens' values of internal party democracy and tolerance. The row began before the election when Green members in Hunt's, Godalming's and Ash seat in Surrey suggested standing down their candidates to give the Liberal Democrats, Hunt's main challenger, a better chance of unseating the then Chancellor. Now, before I go any further here, if the Green Party, now obviously I don't know, there is claiming of draconian authoritarianism. These are we can't say that that's the case. We don't know that. We don't know that, guys. We honestly don't. I know some of you people are dying to put that in the comments down below to say that they're like that. But what I will say is that when you are part of a political party and you're supposed to be backing it, and if your political party says you should be backing our candidate because obviously you're a party member and whatnot, you should be backing the candidate as publicly as you possibly can. You really should. Ideally, that makes logical sense. It's not rocket science. However, as I also said in the opening thoughts as well, is that they wanted to oust Jeremy Hunt, and I get that. I get that they wanted to oust Jeremy Hunt. I honestly understand that. But if the Green Party says no, you have to back our candidate. You have to back the candidate because you're part of the Green Party. That's the whole point. So there shouldn't be this scuffle or whatnot. Like, at the end of the day, you back your candidate. But as for this comment of Draconian authoritarianism way, I don't know about that. I can't comment on that. Steve Williams, a Green councillor who was originally the candidate against Hunt, said the idea was hatched in part because the Lib Dem candidate Paul Follows had previously collaborated with the party. Okay, so you've had collaborations with them. Well, obviously you would have collaborations with them in the council and whatnot. But if the party says no, then you have to stick with what the party line says. So in a secret ballot of the local party, which covers Hunt's seats in 2 adjoining constituencies, members voted 3-1 in favour of Williams standing down, but the candidates in other seats remaining in place. Williams said he formally withdrew a few days before the close of nominations, and he told the Green headquarters in England and Wales what the local party had decided. But by 2 p.m. the next day, I heard the news that another Green parliamentary candidate had been parachuted in, he said. I was shocked that, notwithstanding the commitment to stand in a pretty well every constituency in the country, and that they would override a local decision in such a draconian manner. So he was originally the candidate to be forward, but he chose to step down here. He chose to step down because he wanted to give the Lib Dem back. So he didn't want a Green. So basically, essentially, what he told Green headquarters is that we don't want a candidate here, and we want all our votes to go towards the Lib Dem. It's basically what he was saying here. The Greens wanted to have a candidate in. So clearly, what happened here is behind closed doors, there may have been disagreements saying that there might have been violent disagreements here, and the Greens saying no, we want a candidate here, but he's saying he was not going to step down, and then they threw someone in at the last minute because he obviously chose to step down because he wanted to back the Lib Dem candidate who would have the best chance of outing Jeremy Hunt in the constituency. So the new candidate, Ruby Tucker, won 1,243 votes in the election. Hunt held onto his seat by just 891 votes, with the Lib Dems coming second. Oh. Now, if the Green candidate had not stood, where would those 1,243 votes have gone? There's no guarantee that those votes would have all gone to the Lib Dems. There's no guarantee of that. Williams said that he and another local councillor called Claire Wakeman and a third member have since been told that they've been expelled by the Greens, seemingly for allegedly supporting tactical voting so Hunt might lose. So the Greens did not support this decision. Party notices sent to Williams and Wakeman, seen by The Guardian, said that they had forfeited their membership until 2029 for breaching a clause in the party's constitution that prohibits members from standing against a Green or campaigning for someone who is standing against a properly selected Green. Williams said he had been given no notice about an investigation or any chance to present evidence or appeal. He said that the grounds given for his expulsion were questionable, and for Wakeman to say they were inaccurate and inadequate. A strong supporter of tactical voting and alliances to get around the first past the post-electoral system, Williams said he had been expelled from Labour in 2017 under similar circumstances, but had expected difference from the Greens. I felt this particularly acute since I felt that I had found my political home in the Green Party, which actually prided itself on values of democracy, tolerance and mutual respect, he said. Wakeman said that she felt betrayed and deep sadness, saying that she and Williams had gone to other constituencies to campaign for Greens in those. Green Party spokesperson said Green Party members vote to stand in full slate of candidates as its final conference before the general election, and this helped to secure a record number of votes and 4 MPs. In Goldsmith and Ash, there was a last-minute discussion, and some members that didn't override the wider national membership decision, and that so the Green Party governance body took the decision to uphold the membership decision on candidacy. Green Party members at conference hold the most senior decision-making in the power in the Green Party on the basis of one member, one vote. The conference had said they had decided they are going to stand candidates. So let's just establish what we've read here. So at the Green Party conference, they had said that they would stand a candidate in every single seat. That is what they did. Okay, that was what was already stated. So they stood down. The Greens stood down their best candidate in that constituency in Goldsmith and Ash, because they wanted to give the Liberal Democrat the best chance of ousting Jeremy Hunt in that seat. That would have meant that those who wanted in Goldsman and Ash to vote for Green not be given the opportunity to vote for Green, because they wanted to put the opportunity to oust the Conservative Chancellor before the Green Party, which goes against what the Green Party are, against what the Green Party is here. And obviously they've said here, obviously, that they've campaigned in other areas for Green, which is good. But if the Green Party did not approve of you guys, I don't like, as far as I'm aware from this, I don't think the Greens were against any kind of tactical voting. I think what they were against was stepping down a candidate and not having a candidate at all in the area. I think is one thing the Greens were not prepared to accept. And I think that's probably what was the argument behind closed doors. Again, I'm just stressing what based on what I've read here, because the Greens wanted a candidate in every single seat. Now, instead of obviously, now it's entirely possible that it's entirely possible that there was arguments behind closed doors about this decision, and the fact that the main candidate chose to stand down. It was, at the end of the day, they chose to put the interest of trying to oust a Conservative Chancellor in that seat before the interest of the Green Party. That's how I see it more. I don't see this as the Green Party acting Draconian or authoritarian in any way, shape or form. Because in none of this, in this piece here, I don't see the Green Party saying, I don't see the Green Party acting out in any way, shape or form. They're protecting, as far as I'm concerned, the Green Party seem to be in the right place here. And that these councillors and the original candidate, took the decision to say, you know what, took the decision under a secret ballot vote to say, yeah, we're going to back the Lib Dem candidate. But they chose to withdraw their nomination. Yeah, because it says here that Williams withdrew his few days before the close of nominations. That was his choice to do so. But did the Green Party approve that they were not going to have a candidate? Well, no, they didn't, because they stated at their conference that they were going to have a candidate in every single seat. So the thing is, if he had not withdrawn his nomination and they still kind of pushed people to vote for Lib Dem rather than Green, then maybe this infighting, this wouldn't have happened. But I don't know enough, guys. But what I will say is that the Green Party, in my opinion, were right to say that no, they can't be doing this. I think the Green Party were in the right for acting the way they did, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, they chose to step away and support the Lib Dems, despite the fact that they are Green Party Green supporters. But where do you stand on this? What do you guys make of this decision? What do you guys make of the Green Party's decision to expel them, or suspend them for a period? Let me know your thoughts and more about this in the comment section down below. It's an interesting one, to say the least. If you found this video interesting, please hit the like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video, and subscribe, because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p, or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.